Okay, so we're gonna have to have this conversation sooner than later. All right, so here's my question: why, as motorcyclists, do many of us feel really entitled, like everyone's out to get us, and feel like, okay, why are we all a-holes sometimes? I mean, I've been guilty of this, and this is really something that we have to take into consideration, okay? I don't think everyone is out just to piss us off. Everyone's out, oh, I think I'm going to go out today and I'm going to cut off some motorcyclists, okay? We're on a fast vehicle, and I'll tell you what spurred me on with this. It has always been bugging me and bugging me and bugging me. But then recently I watched in one of the episodes of Dan the Fireman, like this guy, okay? I'm trying to keep a safe distance, and he just has to get right in front of me, okay? You know what? That's life. What am I going to do, okay? You know what? I adjusted my speed, I checked, and I went around. That's it. I'm not flipping them off. I'm not getting all PO'd. And I'm just going to see what happens here as I'm heading into rush hour on it's a holiday, but there's a lot of people at work, and it is rush hour. Okay? So let's see what happens. But really, what I really want to know is, why do we all have to act? See, I'm checking to see that I'm not going to get rear-ended, and that the person behind me isn't going to get rear-ended with a really fast mover. But I see these videos where people, motorcyclists, are literally nitpicking every single person who thinks that they can predict what they're going to do. That they go to pass somebody off quickly, and the person, look, there's no one there, they go to put their blinker on, or maybe they're not putting their blinker on. How many times did you watch a motorcyclist not use their blinker? I rarely use my blinkers, because I'm making such quick moves. I'm in and out of traffic. I can't expect everyone to be 100% aware of not only what I'm doing, but what I'm intending of doing. Okay, this guy wants to move over, this guy can't decide he wants to move over. All right, we have a Porsche and a sporty Mercedes there, okay? I'm watching my distance, I'm looking behind me to see what's going on, if I have to have an evasive maneuver. I'm trying to watch my lane. See, okay, you can't decide, right? So now, what would I normally do? All right, maybe I would just go, okay, once again, he's doing it again. He can't just seem to decide. So I'm going to decide for him that he can't, you know, how you doing? It's a ma'am, okay? So what are you going to do? Okay? She can't decide what she wants to do, and that's it. We just have to make adjustments around other people, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Sorry, I had to flip my helmet, my visor up a little bit. But we're just going to have to deal with the fact that, you know, we're dealing with people. Lithuania, Lietuva. Nice Lithuanian lady smoking in her car. Lietuva. Lietuva. It's how you say Lithuania in Lithuanian. Don't ask me how I know that. I am of Lithuanian heritage, but I don't speak the... Hey, what's going on, buddy? Hey, so anyway, so why do we feel so entitled? Why do we feel like we just have the right to be the police officer, like we have the right to do whatever we want when we want to do it, and everyone else has to be out of our way? You know, I actually stopped watching a lot of the motorcycle videos because it's really disheartening to watch a lot of them. I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, you're an idiot, you're wrong, you're an idiot, you're wrong, why did you do that? What's that? It's right here. Phone. Everybody gets me on that, man. Thank you.
I wasn't paying attention. I thought you had lost it.
No, I didn't lose the phone. It's over here. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. But where was I? I just can't watch these videos anymore because they're frustrating, because I'm going, you're bitching and it's your fault. And it's not just in the United States, it's all over the place. I see it in the UK. All right, I mean, and don't get me started with the UK, but that's another big part of it that you see, because in Europe and the UK and other areas and Eastern Europe, there's just a lot going on with motorcycles, and it's a lot of times it's their only mode of transportation. They're using it year-round. Okay. So they have a lot of exposure, and I know it starts to wear on you after a while, to where you are just like sick and tired of dealing with it. But come on, man, just it seems to go with the territory, and we're not going to change people's minds by rev bombing them, and we're not going to change people's minds by doing other things where we're flipping them off and pulling up alongside them. Now, I'm guilty. I have done the same damn thing. Trust me, I've done the same damn thing, man. All right? It gets frustrating, but we have to learn to cool our tempers. And I do like the fact, when I watch Dan the Fireman, he breaks things down and he calls people out when they're wrong. I know he's trying to walk a thin line because you don't want to embarrass and piss somebody off and lose a follower, or but the bottom line is he's at least being truthful with what he's doing. Now this guy, I don't know what he's doing. This one's going to the left. I don't want to be in a blind spot. I have to back off a little bit. All right, I know where they're turning, so I have that opening anyway. So we all have to be a little careful when we're on these things. All right, the bigger vehicle is gonna win. The heavier vehicle is gonna win. We're on 2 wheels. Most of them are on 4 or more. They weigh many, many, many times what we do. They're protected in a compartment. Somebody sideswipes me, I could lose a leg. I mean, this is pretty bad here. All right, so we have to remember that we may have to slow down a little bit every now and then. We may have to be hyper vigilant. But really, what we have to learn is patience. If we want to have more respect from those around us, from those people on 4 wheels and more, from those other drivers, then what we're going to have to do is start having a little more patience. All right. Yesterday, and I wish I would have got it on camera, a lady drifted over I was on 95. I was on an interstate. She drifted over into my lane, started pushing me over. She realized what happened, and she put her hand up, and I gave her the thumbs up. I said, it's okay. It happens. It's going to happen. We have to kind of look and see what's going around us, what's going on around us. And that is super important. We need to be, it's like we're playing chess all the time at high speed. And we have to know exactly what is going on, or what may potentially happen in front of us. My brain is constantly firing off. Even if I have my music on and I'm listening to music, my brain is firing off. What's going on? Like here, I just looked first before I came out of the corner of my eye. I knew I had a green light, but I still wanted to look. All right, I know up here that there's a cross. People happen to cross, so I'm going to give this guy some space, because very often at the last minute I find out that I'm jamming the brakes on because someone's running across that little crosswalk back there. Florida is massive with crosswalks. The other thing we have, if you didn't see just one coming down, and it's a little late in the day for one, we have a lot of bicyclists here. Bicyclists constantly on the side of the road, and we have some people who literally feel as though they have to follow behind them, like they can't pass them. I mean, the law says you have to move over as far as you can without crossing the center line. A lot of people will cross the center line to go around bicyclists. You have to maintain as much space as possible without crossing the center line. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, people are jamming their brakes on, and it's because they come upon a bicyclist and they're afraid to cross the center line. They're afraid to get close to them, and you're not expecting it. So I'm not just looking at the car in front of me, I'm looking at the car in front of him, and I'm looking through his windshield at the car in front of him. Look, there we go, there's the bicyclist. These people are relatively normal. All right, they went around pretty easy. Now we're slowing down, don't know why. Somebody must be making a left, I'm guessing. No other reason to come to a stop here, right? Couldn't see their blinker. you know? But anyway, we really have to stop acting like imbeciles and flipping people off and rev bombing and doing all these crazy things and really expecting that people are going to be fully aware of us on a regular basis. Yes, when we go to a roundabout, all right, we get squeezed over. I'm going to be honest with you, probably about 80% of the time that I go through a roundabout with traffic, I'm getting squeezed out. It just seems to happen, all right? I don't know if they need to give us our own lane, or I need to have a flashing light with sirens going off. I don't know, but I just know that we're not going to fix a problem if we're constantly creating the problems for ourselves by not paying attention. Okay, so here's an example. I know this is going to be slow. I won't be going very fast, okay? But I'm in the left lane. I'm in the left side of this lane because there's a lot of bicyclists that are in that bike lane over there, all right? A ton of them over there, all right? Maybe not necessarily this day or this time of day. People are opening up their doors and people are pulling out, all right? It makes no sense for me to be all the way in the left or behind this car, all right? I know that my escape path is to the left of this vehicle because, lucky for me, he's hugging the right-hand side. But I'm also leaving enough space that I could stop in a decent amount of time, okay? I'm touching my rear brake, I'm touching my front brake. Look, now I'm going hardly any speed at all, so I'm comfortable. I can zoom in on him a little bit. It's not a big deal. I still have an escape path. Now, I will tell you that sometimes people feel a little uncomfortable because they feel like you're practically alongside them if you're really close. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. And we need to start thinking ahead and realizing that not everyone is out to get us at all. Like this one, I know I have time to make this turn and there's 2 lanes to turn into, so I'll make it. Okay, see, look at everybody's going around everyone, head on a swivel. There's a guy down there on a crotch rocket. Might as well say I'm on a crotch rocket. But so that's the lesson for today, if it is a lesson or a little talk. Just calm down. Stop thinking everyone's out to get you. Just realize, hey, make your life a little bit more enjoyable, you know, and maybe enjoy your trip a little bit more. And, you know, like, where am I going now? Just enjoy your trip, enjoy your time on the motorcycle. Don't make a fiasco over it, screaming and bitching at people. There's just no reason to do it. It's not going to get you anywhere. If anything, you're going to get hurt, especially if you get a real moron who wants to retaliate. It's not going to end well for you. It's not going to end well for you at all. So, like the patience I have to have now, because I'm trying to get off the island back over to reality on the other side. All right, I'm not going anywhere. That guy apparently is. We don't have lane splitting or lane filtering in Florida, so I'm not going to do it. I've done it before when people stop really short, but I'm not going to do it now. Anyway, Rainbow out. Think before you react. And here's the way I look at it. No matter what it is in life, you should respond, not react. All right, if you have an emotional reaction, you may regret it. Did you ever do something and you regret that you did it? It's because you reacted. Think, do what you got to do with your physical reaction time, but then go ahead and respond if you feel the need. Let's just all be safe out there. Rainbow out.